Time now for the game show about another game found within a race. And yes, it involves a chicken. Here's the inside line. Points will be awarded. Feelings will be hurt. But there can only be one winner. Here are your contestants, Greg Stump, Ryan Flores, and Tyler Burnett.
It's Fantasy Friday on MRN.com as the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series heads to Kansas, boys.
Is it Friday already?
The final race
Man,
of the second round.
Where's
This
our
is the most
song?
Monday feeling Friday ever.
There it is.
Don't talk.
Thank you, Rebecca Black. It is Friday. And what did you guys think of Talladega?
I thought it was great. Both races. I enjoy the plate racing. I know a lot of people hate it, but it's entertaining. It's awesome.
I didn't really think that was entertaining.
What?
That was a hell of a
Stewart
race-
Haas
hell of a
racing,
race for
dominating the whole thing.
Fifth on back.
Good for them, man. You know how hard it is to build 4 cars that can dominate like that. It's impressive. So, hats off to Stewart Haas. They killed it. They deserve it.
A little low on fuel there at the end of the race.
A little
Cost
bit,
them,
yeah.
An even better finish.
That big
As
Ford
Kurt Busch ran out
horsepower.
of fuel.
Big Ford horsepower had a couple of them.
Penske was
come out.
pretty good, and I was telling you before we went on the show, Penske was good. I just felt like if you guys could have got more organized, you potentially could have went, but the outside wasn't working at all.
They were second best. Penske was second best to, and it was a skew battle is what it looked like. The 41, 4, 14, 10, they had more backward skew than it seemed like.
It was
we
turning
did.
right. Turning right all the way down the straightway.
And what it does is it hides the spoiler when it does that.
Yep.
So if they showed a graphic at one point in time of the 41 and the 2 lined up, and the 2 had about that much spoiler showing, and the 41 was about there. So that just equals speed, and you don't want to race that. A lot of times you get too free, but it obviously did not affect them yesterday.
Well, they had dominant cars for 2 weeks in a row, and honestly, I felt like they gave one away at Dover, where Kevin Harvick led 300 laps the week before. Eric Almirola was potentially in the situation to win the race at Dover when Clint Bowyer blew a tire. So a little bit of redemption for Almirola, isn't it?
I think so. I think he needed a win this year. I think he's given a couple away. Honestly, he's been right there and
Won at New Hampshire or something like that.
Yeah, it's good to see the 10 team finally get up there and battle for wins and finally get one.
First win for the 10 car.
Chase Elliott, Eric Almirola, the 2 guys moving on already with wins. Is that a surprise to both of you in the second round?
I'd say yeah. I mean, I'd say that those are 2 guys that you wouldn't pick to win the first 2 races, but we've had some surprise winners so far anyway. You didn't pick Blaney to win the Roval, and then these 2. But you look at the races, and they were, dominated by big 3 Chase guys. So.
Well, we're going to a track this week that the Big 3 is very good at, Mile and a Half Racetrack, of course, at Kansas. Who won the pole position?
Why? Please not you.
It was not me. I picked the 18 and the 2 because I was last to pick.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Ryan with
So
1.
close. The 78.
His pick was the 22 that got it, I believe. He finished
the
5th in the race.
78 was in danger of being below the cutoff. It was
78's still in danger if they go to
He was
Kansas
looking
and
pretty
don't
good.
execute.
Most that I had the 2. He was up there.
I think they're 18 above now, but like towards the end of the race, before that big wreck, it was like 3 points or something like that. It was pretty low down there. It was not good.
The problem with 78 has is that they are 8th. The 2 guys in front of him are the 9 and the 10. The 3 guys below him are the 2, the 12, and the 42. All scary guys going to Kansas. The 2 car has a bunch of mile and a half wins. The 42 has probably the most speed at mile and a half when we go there, and the 12 car finished second there in the spring.
Yeah.
So if one of those cars can win, say everybody has a solid day, the 78 doesn't jump, one of those 3 guys wins, the 78's out.
But the 78 is very good. I'm talking about Martin Truex Jr. at Kansas, one of his best racetracks. Of course, Ryan Blaney, this is probably his best racetrack as well. Kyle Larson, that fits in his wheelhouse. It's going to be super interesting. The 88 probably has to win. The 42 has to win, likely.
The 12
He
has
could
to
point
win,
his way in. He thinks the
22
12
points.
has to win. I don't know if he has to win.
I mean, if you win both stages,
you got to think one of those guys might have a mistake. You can't bank on 2 or 3 of them having mistakes.
The
but
gap is so large, though, from us to like 6th or 7th, because the 9 and the 10, when you look at points, are right there. So it's a big gap. It's going to have to be, and every car in the chase is not just going to run 15th or worse. especially at a mile and a half. So
This might be one of the most interesting Kansas races we've ever seen.
yep.
Kansas always seems to be interesting, and in fact, I think it's been the wild card the past couple years. When we return, we're going to play Judgment Call on the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style.
Save on your next oil change with 5 quarts of Valvoline Max Life Motor Oil and a MicroGuard filter on sale now for the same price of Valvoline Conventional at $26.99. Extend the life of your vehicle and improve engine performance with Valvoline at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Chris Crockett, straight from the NASCAR stands, here with another member of our Toyota racing family, Jason.
Hi there.
Oh, you seem impatient.
Oh, well, I've been holding it in for a while.
A while?
Since it started.
The race?
No, the season.
Wow. Guess you don't want to miss any action.
Nope, I don't.
Oh, did you just see Denny Hamlin take the lead?
I haven't taken my eyes off him.
Jason, you don't look so good. Can I offer you some water?
Absolutely not.
NASCAR and Toyota Racing. With a family like this, who knows the places we're going in the playoffs? Learn more at toyotaracing.com. Toyota, let's go places. NASCAR is a registered trademark of the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, Inc.
Hi, this is Mike Bagley. Join me and the rest of the MRN crew every Tuesday night for NASCAR Live. We'll put a bow on the weekend's action and get you ready for the upcoming race with the biggest names in the sport.
As you look at that particular race, that's been one of our best races over the years, and I think every driver in the garage is looking forward to racing this particular package.
Hear exclusive interviews, expert analysis, as well as stuff you won't hear anywhere else.
Oh yeah, good job, guys. Good job.
It's NASCAR Live this Tuesday night at 7 Eastern on the Motor Racing Network.
All rise. Court is in session. The dishonorable judges of the Inside Line are taking the bench. Here's Tyler, Greg, and Ryan with Judgment Call.
Ton of games we play on this Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show. The first one is going to be Judgment Call. Obviously, Ryan has a 1-point lead because of pole position. Daryl, what is our first question of Judgment Call this week?
I got it right here.
Oh, not Daryl. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Here it is.
How many
Seven
times
of
we
the
gotta play
last.
this?
Yeah.
Sorry.
7 of the last 10 races have been won by a Ford. Does this pretty much mean that 2 of the big 3 are now falling out of serious contention?
Not one bit.
No.
Nope, I said it first.
No, I said it. All right. What's your explanation as to why?
Well, that is a good question.
So you guys agree.
Well, we agree. It's
But
it's
who's
not
going to have the
over.
best argument?
Honestly, we've already gone to the tracks that Ford Motor is going to be good at. I think we're going back to these 1.5 miles where the Toyotas have a good shot of making it back to the front. So I would definitely not count all 3. I think all 3 will for sure make it to Homestead still.
I don't think that all 3 are for sure going to make it to Homestead. Truex, is in a bit of a hole here this week going to Kansas, though. It's one of his best racetracks. I don't think falling out of serious contention is the correct verbiage. I think that they've fallen back towards some of the other guys in the field. I feel like they're closer to the Chase Elliott's, to the Ryan Blaney's. Larson's kind of been struggling a bit, but I think the big 3, but I think Harvick's probably in a league of his own right now, but I think Kyle Busch and Truex have kind of fallen back a little bit towards some of those guys like Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Eric Almirola, Clint Boyer. We saw at Dover the speed from those guys. So I think that the big 3 is a lot closer, but I think Harvick's still your champion.
Yes, he deserves it, I think, but I don't think you can call Harvick the champion yet. No way.
Thank you for your honest, heartfelt answers. You're saying that the 4 car, you're giving the 4 car the championship already?
Oh, yeah. I gave it to him from the beginning of the playoffs.
We should write that down somewhere.
Round 2.
Just think about the last round of the playoffs and, the third round of the playoffs and the tracks we go to for him. Anyways, Harvick hasn't won a race since mid-August, and the big 3 have obviously cooled down. So what is more likely? Truex getting bumped out of the playoffs this week at Kansas, or Harvick or Kyle Busch winning the championship without winning another race this year? Which is more likely?
Truex getting bumped out of the championship.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree.
You think
on
Harvick
that.
or Busch will win a race the remainder of the year?
So even
Harvick will definitely win Phoenix. Easy.
I mean, I don't know. So I was looking at this before we came. So Kevin Harvick has not won since August, Michigan. Dominated Dover. Dominated.
Yep.
Nobody even close. Dominated Talladega.
Yep.
Late race restart, run out of gas. Trouble on pit road. They lost their rear tire changer, Daniel Smith. You look at Chase Elliott's not in the picture right now if Kevin Harvick's team executes on the last pit stop. It's not even there. And then you look at Kyle Busch. So Kyle Busch won Richmond decidedly, but he's been fast pretty much everywhere we've been. He was fast at the Roval. The 78 was leading the Roval. So in the last 10 races, they've only won 2, but they've been in contention to win all of them. So I think the 78, if he does not execute this weekend and the 2, 12, or 42 in this race, he's done.
Really?
Yeah, that's big. That's big words, but
he paints his helmets. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think they'll come through. The 78 will definitely come through this weekend, and they'll. All those guys want to fight. They want to try to win that last championship before Furniture Row shuts the doors. So I think they'll be fine.
Ain't gonna happen.
You think Truex doesn't make it? Wow.
1 second.
All right, Greg. Where's your question?
Oh, it's in my envelope here.
We'll hurry it up here.
Let me grab it out of here for you.
Can't wait.
At this point in the playoffs, give us what percentage you think that a Stewart-Haas car will win the championship. Tyler says 100%. He's already answered this question. So
I think there's a 25% chance because he's going to be one of the 4 at Homestead.
What? No, that doesn't count.
So,
you just said he's winning the championship. That's 100%. You've already answered the question.
I don't think this championship is coming down to 3 cars right now anymore. I think there's 5 or 6 that could probably win this championship, but I think you're going to have to go through Kevin Harvick and his speed at Homestead. Larson's very good there. I just think
he's got to make it.
If you're going with statistics percentage, whatever, 25%, because Kevin Harvick's going to be one of the final 4.
Yeah, it's interesting to me.
It was a candy shell answer there.
It's interesting to me because they still have 4 cars in the chase, right? The 41, the 10, the 14, they're all in right now. The 10 car and the 14 have folded under pressure. So even if they make it to Homestead, they fold right up. That's what it seems like to me. They might not. The 41, he's on his way out the door. He's really executed well. He's been fast, but he has meltdowns. The 4 car is obviously strong. It's going to be interesting to see, going past Kansas, who wins Kansas, obviously. But looking at Texas, Phoenix, Martinsville.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've had 2 guys that won these last 2 races that we did not expect. If 3 guys win, 3 separate guys other than them, it's definitely going to knock one of them out. So all their work they've done and all the big 3.
The 41's not bad at Martinsville either.
Well, and neither is Clint Boyer, and he's not bad at Phoenix either. Yep. So I honestly think the best chance for a second Stewart-Haas car to make it to the next round is Clint Boyer, but they make a lot of mistakes. And we've seen that happen a lot. We've seen it at Martinsville. That's a tight pit road. Phoenix is another one where you can make a whole lot of mistakes and lose track position.
Phoenix is different this
time. In my opinion, Chase Elliott is going to be the 4th driver to go to Homestead. I feel like those are his best racetracks. He's okay at Texas, but you look at Martinsville and you look at Phoenix, those are 2 of Chase Elliott's best racetracks. I potentially could see the big 3 and then Chase Elliott making there. We'll have to see if Truex makes it out this week, but I think it's 25% because of Harvick, Stewart-Haas Racing gives him a 25% chance going to Homestead.
Okay, sentencing.
Done.
Sentencing. Good. Here we go.
Go for it.
Tyler had a better answer.
Oh, man.
They had the same answer, but...
The only reason I picked Greg is because I don't think Truex gets eliminated this week. I think they're way too good at Kansas.
No way.
However, I agree with him on one front that I do think Kyle Busch or Kevin Harvick will run a race the remainder of the year, and I think it starts this week.
I think Stewart-Haas got a 50% chance or better to win this championship. No problem.
50% chance. So you're saying one of the other Stewart-Haas cars will be in Homestead?
I think at least 2 cars will be at Homestead. No problem.
I bet you the 78 doesn't make it.
You bet me the 78's not going to make it this week?
Yes.
Side bet on commercial.
I don't think I can do it. Okay. This is the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show presented by Hercules Tires in Gruntstown.
Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires will get you there. Whether you're running on dirt or running a job. Our dependable, high-quality tires are the perfect fit for your needs. For unmatched value, selection, and warranty with industry-leading road hazard protection, there's only one choice, Hercules Tires. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com or call 800-677-9535. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Grunt Style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt Style, and this we'll defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com.
Hello, MRN Crew Call. Yes, you want to schedule an appointment with Sammy, Joe, and Rocco? I can do that. Now that comes with an all-access look down onto pit road. Are you okay with that? Sure, it's as close as you'll get to interviewing the race car. Now, do you need a reminder? Okay, you're scheduled for Wednesday at noon Eastern. Just come to MRN.com or the MRN Facebook page and ask for Crew Call. We look forward to seeing you. Goodbye.
Tyler, Greg, and Ryan try their hand at conflict resolution. This is the Minority Report on the Inside Line.
One of the debates we were having in that last judgment call, and I like those questions. Truex, does he make it to the next round, or Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch winning the rest of the season? I think Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch the rest of the season is a good bet. However, Martin Truex Jr. has 3 straight finishes at Kansas of first or second. He has 2 wins and a second-place finish in the last 3 races at Kansas.
Can't argue with that.
He's very good. All right, let's play Minority Report. One of the worst games ever.
All right, gentlemen, go ahead.
This is your favorite game.
No, because this is when you guys just start ganging up on me.
You love this game.
All right.
All right. The first driver of our Minority Report for Kansas, Eric Jones, in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, man.
Greg,
Come on
you're the
now.
minority.
Or not,
You have
Greg.
60 seconds. Change their minds.
If you would have, this was the spring race, yes, I probably would have picked him. It's the fall, we're into the playoffs. All these guys that are going after all these spots are going to outrun him, no problem. So I don't think you pick him this week.
That's it?
That's it. I mean, that's short and simple.
Well, Ryan's probably going to vote for you, so I'll just tell you why you should pick Eric Jones this week on your NASCAR Fantasy Live team. He's not in the playoffs, so you have to fill 2 of those non-playoff spots, and in my opinion, his numbers at mile-and-a-half racetracks this year are pretty dang good. 33.1 on DraftKings. That's DraftKings points average. And Eric Jones, in 8 races all mile-and-a-half tracks this year, has 5 top 10s. He has the best numbers probably at mile-and-a-half racetracks this year of non-playoff drivers.
He's tied for average finish at this racetrack. It's a 4-way tie.
Pick a Ford over him.
My good buddy Corey LaJoie, Ross Chastain, and Regan Smith.
So he's not great at Kansas, but he's good on mile-and-a-halfs.
Okay.
Ryan and Tyler, get your flags. Eric Jones, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
He saw me put up the green flag. He cheated.
I agree with Greg on this one. I thought that Eric Jones' numbers at Kansas were a little better because of his equipment and his stuff. He did finish 7th in the last race, but 2 finishes outside the top 20.
If you want to pick a Gibbs car, pick the 19.
If you don't want a 7th place finish out of a non-playoff driver, I'll take him.
Take the 19. He's in the same position.
Next.
All right. Next driver, Eric Almirola, in 3, 2, 1. Oh, Greg, you're the minority.
Greg again.
Why would you not pick him here?
Is that your excuse?
Kansas owes Eric Almirola 1 right now, right?
Why? Because of his broken back?
Exactly. He's going back there with vengeance. He's going to try to win this race. He just came off a big win at Talladega. That team's on fire. They're gonna do well this weekend.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I don't even know where he's at.
You don't need to look at
mile-and-a-half tracks this year, 8 starts, 4 top 10s. That's not good enough for a playoff driver, in my opinion. 12.38 average fit, or actually that's just 12.3 average start. That's too high. I think if you're going to get a top 10, you get a top 10 at Eric Almirola, that's fine.
He's already locked in. He has nothing to lose this weekend. They are going to go for gold.
2 top 10s in his last 2 races. The last 2 before that, 38th and 40th. Broken back in one of those. Average finish of 19.8. Better than Eric Jones.
Not in the 10 car in those stats. You can't use
it. He's a playoff driver, though. Remember, Eric Jones is a non-playoff driver.
Yep.
He's going to do just fine.
Okay.
All right,
You
Tyler,
haven't played him a lot
Ryan,
this year.
Close your eyes. 3, 2, 1, Almirola.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
All right.
You guys are killing me.
Staying away from him. There's better starts this weekend.
Yeah, and in playoff spots for sure. All right, who's next?
Pick all the Fords. They're going to do
All
well.
right, flags up, eyes closed. Kurt Busch in 3, 2, 1.
I don't like any of these this
Ooh.
week. Why not Kurt Busch?
I just think there's better starts. He's got great numbers here. He does have. I mean, he's finished. Maybe we should have picked him here. In his last 6 races, fifth, first, fifth, 10th, 10th. And the one before he missed one somewhere in there. And that's nope, never mind. I'm looking at Kyle Busch's. Kurt Busch, still not bad numbers. 8th, 6th, 3rd, 13th, 19th, 2nd, 8th.
Fast
here, but
not good enough.
There are better playoff
starts.
drivers to start. Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski come to mind. Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick. I mean, there's tons of playoff drivers that you can start over Kurt Busch. He starts too high. This year on mile and a half racetracks, he's qualified an average of 7th. That's a little too high for me.
Yeah,
I feel like he's going to finish somewhere around 7th or 6th, which should be fine on NASCAR Fantasy Live. You're not going to get your max points, but on DraftKings, I don't think that's a good play.
NASCAR Fantasy Live, there's better chase starts for
Done.
sure.
Yeah.
Last driver. Let's go.
All right. Flags up. Eyes closed. In 3, 2, 1. Martin Truex Jr. Go.
Oh,
Why do you guys like Truex?
Put
Is it
your red
because-
flag up.
Is it because I said he has 3 finishes of 2nd or better?
Yeah,
He does
dude.
pretty
2 wins?
good.
He's going to dominate here. The Fords are going to be fast. It's going to be a good race, I think.
My only thing is Truex has recently struggled. Speed. At places he's really good at. Dover, he's very good there. They weren't all that great.
And
They were front till the end.
They were okay.
They've struggled in pit
They weren't as good as-
stops, too, for
They
some
were going to
reason.
do
They weren't as
just
good as
fine.
any of the Fords.
They were going to do just fine until they got that wreck at the end.
Truex is very good here. This place can be wild. Anything can happen on restarts. Obviously, I have 1 point. That's not good.
First,
Skip has
second.
5, and Greg has 3. Going to my worst game ever.
I'll
You
tell you
love
who
this
I'd stay
game.
away from this weekend, who has not finished as good. If you're going for a big 3 driver, is the 18 car.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because if you look at the last 2 finishes here, just last 2, or if you go all the way back, he's got the worst average. But 8th and 1st for Kevin Harvick, 1st and 2nd for Martin Truex, 10th and 10th for Kyle Busch.
Commercial.
He has struggled at Kansas over the years, but my problem with that is his speed on mile and a half racetracks this year has been unbelievable.
What about the...
I
2
don't wanna bet
poles,
against
3
him.
wins, 1 second, 5 top 5s, and 8 top 10. He has top 10s in all the mile and a half racetracks this
I'm
year.
very surprised Brad Keselowski wasn't on that list there because he's not bad at Kansas.
He's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Commercial time.
We got to take a
Come back
commercial.
for your favorite
We're coming
game.
back for Under the Rock. This is the Inside Line.
Clear.
When your battery goes dead, everything can come to a stop. Don't take a chance on getting stranded. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and get your battery tested free of charge. If your battery does need to be replaced, O'Reilly Auto Parts can help you find the exact Superstart battery that fits your car or truck at a guaranteed low price. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Clutch Coffee Bar in Mooresville, North Carolina is redefining the drive-through coffee game in Race City, USA. The Clutch experience is quick, efficient, and personal. Unmatched customer service is the name of the game. Clutch Coffee Bar offers signature espresso drinks, classic coffees, custom-flavored infused energy drinks, smoothies, and more. With over 25 flavors, there's something for everyone. Visit our 2 locations in Mooresville, 356 Williamson Road and 154 West Plaza Drive. Open daily 5 a.m. till 9 p.m. Power up today with Clutch Coffee Bar.
MRN.com has you covered. Check out our original digital program, Motorsports Monday, with Joey Meyer and Woody Kane. Wing Nation with Steve Post and Aaron Evernham. NASCAR Coast to Coast with Kyle Rickey and Hannah Newhouse. Crew Call with Sammy Joe and Rocco. NHRA Talk on the Straight Line. Classic NASCAR races on Throwback Thursday. The Inside Line has all your fantasy racing picks. Rip the Fence with Tyler Burnett and Dylan Welch. MRN.com original digital programs.
Live your life up under a rock, or are you Tyler Burnett?
The worst game ever, pretty much making fun of
This is the best
me.
game ever. I enjoy this game.
And we're about to have some fun. Where are we going this week? Kansas. So what
Wizard of
what kind of
Oz.
Wizard
It's
of
gonna be
Oz
the
thing we
Wizard
got?
of Oz.
Home track for me.
No Wizard of Oz this time.
Whoa, okay,
Went a
that's
different
weird.
direction.
Went a different direction.
All right, so this is a famous picture from a famous movie that
Oh,
was based on a famous
no.
event.
You're
Okay,
screwed.
one of the characters in this movie, the historical figure, was born in Dodge City, Kansas. So Jen, let's go ahead and put up the picture and tell me what you know. I'll take historical or movie facts.
You know this?
Bro.
Wow. Do you know anything about this, Skip? I have no idea.
All right, gentlemen, what do we have?
I just started writing down words. I put it's a Western movie.
Oh, good one.
The Outlaws.
Those aren't outlaws.
They probably had a gunfight and carried guns with them. Standoff.
I'm actually going to give you 1 point for that because, yes, this was the movie Tombstone, and it was about the gunfight at the OK Corral. So I'm going to give you 1 point for that, Tyler.
Oh, I got one.
I had no idea, so I just put Desperado, Cowboys, Wild West. The guy was born in Dodge City, and there's a racetrack actually in Dodge City, Kansas. I got nothing.
Oh, boy.
All right, Greg, what do you got?
I got Tombstone.
What?
It was a Kurt Russell, wasn't it?
Correct.
And it was filmed in Arizona, Tombstone, Arizona.
That is true.
And they're U.S. Marshals, right?
One of them was, yes,
Oh,
correct.
yes.
That is 4 points for Greg.
Boom.
This is not good.
I've actually been there. There's a racetrack close by.
I have no idea what that movie is. Like, I've never seen it in my life.
I've seen it a few times in the old dirt hauler going across the country.
All right, Durango.
Rango, bring him in. All right, this chicken. By the way, a good week for me on NASCAR Fantasy Live this week.
Was
I
it?
picked Eric Almirola to win.
You didn't pick him on the show, though. That's weird.
No.
Why would you not do that?
I don't know why I didn't do that.
Did anybody get the golden buzzer this week?
I picked Ford, obviously.
Who'd you pick?
I wasn't good on stage points, but
Who'd you pick?
48th out of what, 5,000 people we have in our league? That's not
Oh, I don't know. It's gone.
bad. Anyways,
They
here
haven't
we
on
go.
my list back.
Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr. I have both of those. Kurt Busch is his garage driver. Paul Menard and Jimmy Johnson. Wow. He should have Denny Hamlin, in my opinion.
Paul Menard.
Denny Hamlin has
pick him.
2 straight top 5 finishes. He's a non-playoff driver. Paul
many did you
Menard
get?
would probably not be on my list.
I believe I got one of those. We're gonna be.
I got 2.
Either tied or you're gonna beat me by 1. I think.
How many did you get?
3. What's the score?
Oh, by 1.
See ya. I think that's 4 weeks in a row, maybe.
Greg's got the strategy down. Somehow he cheats every week.
Great job.
You did well.
It was a pleasure playing.
The helmet
Under
painter.
a rock was the difference this week.
Under a rock.
Just killed you guys. Hey, good try, man. Good try.
Yeah,
Sore loser.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
All right, we got to pick our pole position for next week. Obviously, Skip won it last week.
It's a big 3 and a
Greg,
non-big
you're
3,
first.
correct?
Yep, big 3, non-big 3.
Obviously going to 78 again, but I'm going to pick the old 2 car.
4 and a 12.
I like the 4.
Fords.
The 18's pretty dang good at 1.5 tracks, though. So
You're going to pick the 18?
the 2, who else? The 12. Wow, we're on the Penske bandwagon over here.
Yeah, I think so. Pick the 22. You got nothing to lose.
Non-big 3 member. Let's go out on a limb.
Go ahead.
Oh, you really put yourself out there with that one. Good
Kyle
job.
Larson.
Really out on a limb.
He's got to win this week. If he wants to move on, I think he can do it if they bring a fast enough car to the racetrack.
It's going to be interesting. I'm pretty
Right up
excited to
against the
watch
fence.
Kansas. Usually
Rip
it's...
the fence.
Remember what happened at Chicago?
What happened in Chicago?
He almost
With
won
Kyle?
that race.
Oh, he got up on
and
that
Kyle
cushion
Busch.
of air up there.
Yeah, the
Digging.
cushion of air.
Yeah.
Is that why you called the fence your podcast, Rip the Fence podcast?
Nah, sure. At Off Access Paint, is that what your Twitter is?
Yeah, follow us. We're a good follow. Don't follow Tyler.
At Skip Flores.
Don't follow me. Just a picture.
Watch him on TV changing tires. Good luck this weekend. Blaney's
you.
pretty good there.
Yeah.
Next week we head to Texas. It'll be
No, Martinsville, bud. The paperclip.
Ooh.
A little premature.
We head to Martinsville next week. It should be fun. Good luck on your fantasy teams this week. This is the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show. We'll talk to you next week.